Welcome to the Broken Crown, brought to you by the T20 Tavern. I'm your storyteller, and I'm joined by Kaylin, played by Maurice, Celeste, played by Mary, Sarah, played by Nina, Therese, played by Travis, and Netheris, played by Vinny. Say hello, adventurers.
Hello,
Hello,
adventurers.
adventurers.
Hey, everybody.
All right. So, when last we left our intrepid adventurers, the party arrived at the unified capital of Cindervale a few days prior to the start of the Festival of Unification. The party was chosen to have the distinct honor to escort the High King Alaric Valen to and from the festival grounds. We left off with them sitting around a table in one of the hallways of the castle, becoming better acquainted. And away we go.
So, did anybody get any instructions after this, or are we just gonna hang out here until something happens?
Well, I believe we are to report for our assignments tomorrow.
Tomorrow, correct. The festival starts tomorrow.
Right. So if you look through your pamphlet again, the piece of paper that you had gotten, you'll notice that there was a kind of like a time and place expectation for meeting up tomorrow morning, around the third horn after dawn. So about 9 a.m. ish.
Gotcha. Well, if that's the case, I'm going to call it in early. I do like to get a solid 12 hours of sleep.
12 hours?
Well, we are protecting the king.
Yeah, but when are you ever in the city? You got to live it up.
Oh, I've seen it all. Pish posh. I've seen it all. It's fine. You go to one festival, you go to 12. It's all the same.
Sarah's head. But why would you need to sleep?
It's fairly usual for people to sleep.
Boing, flips his ear. We don't so much need to.
Oh, well, I
Those
call
fake.
it more of a meditative state that I must maintain for mental well-being.
That's fair. I mean, I'm supposed to do that. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Right.
Wait, did we get rooms?
Did we get rooms?
We can go get rooms.
You were not necessarily given rooms at the castle. However, you do have encampments based off of, when you guys came in, an encampment was set up. As I mentioned, it was a large section of area just outside the gates that has been kind of turned into a festival ground. And each of the kingdoms has like a giant encampment for all intents and purposes that has been built up, and you would have had plenty of time in your beginning stages before you entered the festival itself to get that all set up. So you can assume that you each have kind of your own quarters in your various encampments that will be whatever your normal kind of setup would be, plus extra, because you're a person of interest. You're your person of interest within the various courts.
Gotcha.
You know what? Sounds like a plan. I'm gonna head out, and I will see you all at the third peal of the horns.
Yes. Sounds good to me. I do have to get
Nobody's gonna go on a night out of town with me.
No,
We have
work to do.
work in
It's
the
some
morning.
team building.
No, it's called work in the morning
Yeah, why not both?
because
I mean, a dinner, perhaps.
Yeah, dinner. We could do that.
I could
a
eat.
dinner.
I could do a dinner, I guess, before.
Great. I just know just the right place.
I did just
Brilliant.
eat.
Yep.
I could eat again.
Yep. Where is this right place?
I'm gonna take
Lead
him to
on.
the Dravenport bar.
Okay. All right. So
Oh.
you guys are heading. You guys head out of the castle, out into the city. you pass by lots of revelry and things going on. It's later in the afternoon now, getting towards the evening time. And so you make your way then out of the city proper, right? And towards the Dravenport encampment part of the festival, and in there you find this bar that I'm assuming this is the same place Netheris had been previously. Is that my understanding? Okay, so you guys are going back to that a similar location that again Netheris has been to. Some of you may have passed this at one point in time or another while you were kind of cavorting beforehand, but now you're stopping there.
And I guess it would just be a Dravenport owned bar. It's not like
sure,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
It just happens to be in that section of the festival.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, here we are.
Well, it's certainly lively.
We got. There's great seafood. There's great alcohol, and there's great company. All the things you need for a place, right?
You are not wrong. You are definitely not wrong, good sir. But they do have a really good spicy margarita, and I will say that.
Is it crowded? Is the area how many?
There's a good number of people, but I wouldn't argue that it's overly crowded. There's a full festival going on, so there's more than enough places to eat and drink and revel. Because it's getting later in the afternoon, evening areas, there's definitely some of the merchants themselves may have closed up shop, and because they're expecting more of like the revelers kind of thing going on, drunken debauchery kind of thing, especially in this part of the area. Dravenport is known for its pirates, and so they have a tendency to be a little bit more rambunctious. But it's not again, it's not rowdy at this point in time, but it is definitely getting into that like it is 5 o'clock somewhere and it's 5 o'clock here is somewhere kind of feeling.
Yeah.
Very
colorful.
No, ammo is not here.
Okay.
So we get a table.
I walk in, I push the doors open, and I'm like, 1 table for the 5 of us.
A small kind of goblin-looking dude comes over. 5?
Yes, Jerry, 5.
Who the hell is Jerry? Come on.
Well, you said your name was Jerry last time.
He walks up. He kind of like looks at you like, I have never seen you before. Come on. He walks over, sits you guys at a bar. It's basically kind of like a barrel, like 2 barrels with a plank of like driftwood on top. This is very makeshift, and then there are like 6 barrels that he takes one and just shoves it, so that there's now 5 barrels around this table. What do you want?
I'll have the spicy margarita, please.
Okay. What else?
I'll take a tankard of ale and shrimp skewers.
Okay. Anything for the lady? He like looks at you like with a big toothy grin.
Milk?
You like what?
For my bones. It's important.
Okay. And for the gentleman? He stares at Thuris, kind of in that same weird toothy grin.
Cool.
Fuck, I don't know. Give me a beer and some meat.
Okay. And you? He looks at Kaylin.
I'll have some fruit juice.
Okay. Be back. He turns and walks away. He is. If actually, you know what? Anybody who cares to make a perception check.
Perception.
Ha!
I got a nat 20.
I rolled a nat 20 as well.
15. Roll a 15.
Not on that 20, but I got 24.
Okay.
21.
All right.
27.
Oh yeah. So you guys all hear this?
Just everybody staring at him.
Pigs are fucking biting orange, big bullshit. It's the entire way back. He's just not a
Somehow, I
happy
don't think
camper.
our friend is happy.
Netheris,
Netheris, what
is-
kind of
what is a
establishment is this?
what is a shrimp?
Shrimp? Well, they're these little things. Like, they have little, you'll see them in a second. They're like little pink shellfish.
Oh,
They're like-
shellfish.
Have you not had?
Godheads of the sea.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Where are you
No
from
shrimp.
again, Celeste?
The mountains, Valstrom.
That explains.
Yeah, there wouldn't be a sea animal there.
There's not much fish in general up there.
No.
Pull some out of the lake, but it's pretty far away from where I typically run.
Yeah.
And usually where I'm from, there isn't so much ocean, but our family tended to be more on the eating of plants, sometimes animal side.
I found that I try to live off the land as much as I can, so there is definitely a good variety of meat in Galstrom.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I would love to try all of it.
All of it.
All of it.
There's a lot to be had, sir.
You only live once, right?
Well,
I mean, how long
That's
do
the
you
hope.
technically live for?
Years?
That's fair. I mean, I guess in my travels, I've been around enough to go see and hear a lot.
That is fair.
And barring any mishaps, I should live some longer.
So just as that conversation kind of starts to die down a second, our friend, the goblin, walks over with a tray. Margarita for the lady.
Well, thank you.
Stein of beer for Netheris. Stein of beer for Thuris. A kind of like a mug that looks like it almost looks like it's made out of horn.
sure.
Okay.
Hmm.
And it has a what looks to be a white liquid in it,
Sure.
and he kind of like slides that over to you.
Thank you.
And then another cup that looks like it's not made. It's made of. It's like an earthen glass, or an earthen cup, I should say. And he hands that over to Kalen. Kind of plops it down. Skewers about in a minute. He goes rushing back. Takes like
I'm gonna
a few moments. Go ahead.
I'm gonna cast detect poison and disease on my
Okay.
drink.
You're just doing magic openly. Like,
It's
whoa, whoa,
fucking
whoa!
no-
What are we doing? We're in
All
public.
right.
I'm holding it and I just chant this somatic.
Stick your finger in
thing.
it. How do you cast this?
I'm holding the cup in hand and I look at it and I go. Then I stick my finger in it and cast.
Okay. It does. Your finger does not burn off. It does not change colors. It is as far as you can tell. It is not poisoned or anything along those lines.
I know this is safe. And I take a swig.
Were you worried?
I don't trust people that much.
Thurs
I'm
is
not
going
gonna
to
do that.
quietly reach into his coat for a few coins because he's going to tip the goblin to kind of calm his ass down.
Mm.
All right, a few moments later, Goblin comes back, hands over a what looks like a like 3 or 4 skewers with these little like orangey looking things, kind of crescents on them. Because again, some of you have never seen shrimp, right? So they are these orange crescents. He places those in front of Avaris, and then he pulls out a kind of like this large like shank of, might be mutton, might be some other kind of like hock of an animal that has been charred. And he hands that to Thurs, goes, "You ordered meat."
He hands him the coins.
That's certainly what that is.
Thank you very much.
I will
And
also
he-
flip him a coin as he walks
He will,
away.
like, he will like catch it in midair and be like, "Thank you very much. Enjoy your meals." And then he wanders off to the next table to take further orders, because it looks like, again, it's not like insanely busy, but it is busy enough that he does not have downtime. Okay.
So, Celestia, would you like to try one?
That sounds lovely, thank you. And I will eat one shrimp.
One shrimp. Okay.
The whole thing.
Specifically one shrimp.
One
Oh,
whole
God.
shrimp.
Just
Shrimp.
one whole shrimp. That feels like the appropriate and polite amount to take. The texture is interesting, but not unpleasant. And the flavor is palatable. Thank you.
I'm glad you like it. See, they have good food here. Well, anyway, I slam my cup down and then I raise it and I say, "To good food, company, and to success tomorrow."
To success
Where is it
tomorrow.
That's tomorrow for sure.
Thurs had immediately
Success.
been eating, so his head was down in the meat. He doesn't even look up. He just grabs his cup and tinks and keeps eating.
To success.
That's the spirit.
Starts drinking.
And then I just down it and ask for another.
Okay. It'll take a few moments, but our waiter will come back, get any other orders. And
I'm
you
going to
guys
ask him for some meat, slightly on the rarer side.
Yep. Again, same kind of thing happens. Few moments. It doesn't take very long. Like, given what is being brought out, right? You would think that it would probably take longer for it to be made, but it's not. It's coming out very, very quickly. And again, the rest of the evening. So your food and drinks basically come at a reasonable pace for however long you guys want to stay there to continue having any conversations. I don't want to I, as a storyteller, don't want to keep interjecting. So you guys can have whatever conversations that you want to have, assuming food and drink kind of flow reasonably quickly.
So, what do you think the odds are that something is going to happen, or is this going to be probably an easy assignment?
I mean, we were assured that there was nothing to worry about, and this is more ceremonial than anything in nature.
Nothing's happened in a very long time, so there's no reason to think something would happen now. That said, I would like to walk the path, but that's just me.
I'll take a journey with you whenever you decide to go before.
That's a good suggestion.
Do it tonight.
I think we'll go unscathed. Look at us. We're amazing, right? That's why we were chosen. Nothing will go wrong.
Thurs gets
Usually when you think nothing goes wrong is when things actually go wrong, my friend.
Nythera says the words, "We're amazing," and Thurs's face just immediately contorts in almost despair, but he quickly fixes it and goes back to eating.
Sarah has a I think Sarah probably caught that. She has a high passive insight.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she caught that, but doesn't say anything about it.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot it. If anybody else wants to go. My bad.
It'll come back.
I will down my second one, and once I'm done with that, I'll order another one.
Brilliant.
I'm really taking it down. Should we? You know what? You know what you're doing.
This
There's
is
a joke here
just
about
another day.
the fish.
What did you say?
Oh,
Just make sure you're
there's a-
functional tomorrow.
Oh, I will be. I'm always professional.
What does
When I
that
need
mean?
We shall see. We shall see.
Thoris, what were you saying?
What does I'm always professional mean for you? What does that mean?
Ready to do what's needed to be done.
I suppose that's definition. Yes, I think walking the path for tomorrow is, set our minds at ease if there's any concern about things going well.
Do you think we should set up a contingency plan just in case anything does go wrong? Anybody else?
I have
That is
found
also.
I have found that plans often fail contact with the enemy. So
I'm sure they have some kind of contingency. That's on them.
yeah, but I'd still like to walk the path. If we see something, then maybe we can discuss then.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sure.
Okay, I agree.
Yeah.
Practice run.
Practice makes perfect, right?
That is what they say.
Okay, so you're all in agreement that you're all going?
Mhm.
So,
Okay, sounds great. All right, so you're already kind of near the festival grounds. So are you going to walk back to the castle to walk out, or are you just going to walk the path backwards?
we're going to walk. Thuris's plan is to walk the path backwards and then walk it again,
And forward.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
Sure.
yes.
makes sense.
and just make
Okay.
make mental
Kellen's
notes.
going to follow. He's going to follow, kind of looking around. Actually, when we get, let me know when we get there.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so you guys pay whatever tab you have. You go out to the festival grounds where you know you'll be bringing the king in the morning, right? You know that the opening festival is always at this one location. So you again assume based off of the information that you have and possibly the familiarity you guys have had at one of these before. You start at where the king would generally kind of be kind of dropped off, right? And then you would be able to make your way out of the fairgrounds towards the festival grounds and then towards the city proper. You guys, if you guys want, you should go ahead and make me an investigation check because I'm assuming you're going to take the time to do this.
Yeah.
But we'll just take a test just to see kind of where you guys are at.
I'm going to,
What is it? I'm
when we
sorry,
get to the
investigation?
grounds,
Investigation,
Yes,
yeah.
please.
when we head out to the grounds, I'm going to look around and then I'm going to look up and wild shape into a hawk.
Okay.
And I'll be right back and fly up to get a bird's eye view of the area that we're in.
Sure.
It's weird.
I got a 9.
I got a
Okay.
19.
Okay.
You said
18.
investigation?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Celeste, what'd you get?
18?
18. Netheris?
19.
And Kaylin?
I got an 8.
An 8. Okay. All right, so we're going to start with the lower end first, and we'll work our way up. Okay, so on an 8 and a 9, you kind of guys get the similar thing from different vantage points. Now, Kaylin, because you're so high, you kind of get you do get the bird's eye view, but you kind of, again, you're not going to get a lot of the details because you're looking top down. Okay. But what you notice is that for the most part, it's a pretty straight shot from the castle down this main thoroughfare through the city to the main gates. From the main gates, it's maybe another, so that's about maybe a mile or two, right? and then it's another about a quarter to a half a mile from the gate to the fairground and where you guys would be depositing the king.
Do I see any other access ways from my height? Like, as I'm looking down and flying over, do I see any other directions that vantage
This is
points?
100% a city, and so there are many of those, like a lot of everything
Back
kind of
alleys.
feeds into this spot, right? But it's kind of hard to tell the details because, again, you're looking at it from a pure top down. Okay. For those of you who are kind of at ground level, again, Serafini, you get the idea that, of course, it's a pretty straight shot. But again, it's a main thoroughfare, so there's lots of like roads that lead into this main space. Okay. For those of you who have the higher numbers, because again, you guys are.
Sorry.
Let me finish the description, and then we can answer any questions, any follow-ups. Okay. I appreciate it. So, for those of you who have the kind of the detail look while you're walking around, you're noticing that there are quite a few overhangs that lead to other roads. Most of these roads are relatively well lit. It doesn't look like there's quote-unquote back alleys. These just look like smaller roads that feed into the bigger road. Excuse me. Okay. There are a couple of spaces as you're kind of looking or kind of from this vantage point where, again, this is designed to be defensive from the outside in, not necessarily from the inside out. So while it would probably be relatively easy for someone to be, let's say, on the wall taking shots into the city, it would be very, very hard for there to be something coming from the outside of the city into the inside of the city. Okay, so there is a natural choke point at the gate, of course, and then it kind of expands out from there in this large kind of semicircular pattern. Okay. If there's any specific information or specific questions you guys have, again, you can take the extra time now to gather those specific tidbits. So what questions did you have? I know, Serafini, you had a question first. We'll start there.
I was wondering if there are any points, since I'm an archer, if there are any points that I feel like are a better vantage point for me to see as much of the road as I can, like any high points.
Sure. There are a number of high points throughout the city. The city is kind of, again, this is a city of towers. Yeah. So there are kind of highs and lows around the area. So you can kind of pinpoint a couple of spots across as you go down the thoroughfare. Oh, well, maybe I'll go from this rooftop to that rooftop to that spire. Kind of you can acknowledge how where you're going to position yourself as you guys move through this space. Again, if you feel like there's going to be a need for this, right, you know where you would go should something happen.
Yeah.
But again, it's kind of those like, okay, if something happens here, I probably want to be there as soon as possible.
Exactly, yeah.
Right.
Gotcha.
Okay. What other questions we got?
Thurs isn't actually expecting anything to happen, so he's only doing a cursory thing. He's not being as thorough as he normally would be.
Okay. Completely fair.
I'm going to look to see if there's any kind of like protective magics around here.
Sure. Go ahead and make me an Arcana check.
That's a number. Where's this other number? Nope. There it is. 22.
Okay. So on a 22 there, as you're looking around, outside of the kind of the standard ambient level magic that just kind of exists right in this world, you're looking for protective magic specifically, you notice that the wall itself actually has a protective layer of magic on it, as does the gate. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of that kind of magic inside the city, but there's definitely kind of this permeating energy field that kind of sits just above the edges of the parapets, right? So it looks like it's designed again for, despite the fact that it probably has never actually seen battle. This is the city is designed to be a bastion to protect against an outside attack.
Okay. I'll let the group know that there's just protective magics on the walls and gates.
Okay.
That's helpful.
So as you guys continue down the thoroughfare towards the castle, you see the castle in the distance ahead of you. Again, nothing goes without. There's really no incident going on. There's some revelers. There's maybe a couple of people hanging out, kind of thing, right? Everybody's kind of having a good time. You guys are laser focused on what you're planning, on what you're doing, and you walk yourselves systematically back to the castle gates.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Seems fairly straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
I land and transform back to humanoid form.
Great.
Definitely seems
No,
like
it looks-
a straight path.
It is pretty boring. There are some points of egress and entry, but if the other guards are doing their job, we should be fine.
All right. Well,
Great.
my plan is to walk back and then go to bed. So
Sounds
Fine
good.
to me.
All right, so you guys kind of turn around, about face, and hoof yourselves back down the thoroughfare. Again, no real anything else of note because you've spent plenty of time taking it all in. You may have noticed like this extra there's a like a balcony here. Oh, I didn't see it from the other angle, kind of thing. Little stuff that's like neat, right? But nothing that's like anything to write home about. Okay. And you guys get to the castle gate the city gates and disperse to your various locales to either continue revelry or turn in for the night.
I will return to the bar.
Fair enough.
Kalen's going to the King's Camp,
Okay.
and will retire for the evening and meditate on the area and the events of the day.
Okay.
Yeah, Celeste will also retire for the evening.
All right. Sounds good.
Sarah too.
Great. There is like ready to pass out. Awesome. All right.
well,
So the night again goes without incident, other than maybe every once in a while there's a little bit of a louder than usual reveler, but this is not abnormal. Nothing seems to go. Everything seems to be very calm and relaxed. Okay. The next morning, the sun peeks itself over the horizon, and you have some time, but you have until the third horn after dawn, which is again for colloquially around like 9 a.m. ish. You know that once the sun goes down, the horns stop, but the horns blow about every hour on the hour. Okay, after dawn. So, who wakes up first?
I think Celeste wakes up right before dawn. She, gets dressed, stands outside, waits for dawn to break, goes for a run, comes back, gets dressed for the day, like journals, sets her intentions, prepares her spells, polishes her armor, and she's probably like ready to like leave at 7 o'clock in the morning.
All right.
Just
Awesome.
like
Ready to go.
right, just ready to go. She brushes for pawn, like she does everything she can think to do. She like straightens up the room that doesn't need straightening. Like she just everything is perfectly ordered and perfect as it could be, and it's still way too fucking early.
Awesome.
Reasonable.
All right. So Celeste makes her way to the castle.
Yeah.
Who's next? Who would wake up
Kalen
next?
wakes up,
Okay.
but he's not. He hasn't been sleeping, so it's kind of the meditative moment. He'll wake up and he'll say, "If I need you, Amo, I will in fact call. But it seems that this shouldn't be too much of a problem." And he puts on the finery, given the position that he has to carry. He puts on his actual finery from the kingdom, and then over the finery he'll put on his cloak and grab his staff, make sure it's clean, and walk out into the sun and kind of just in many ways kind of just a minor precipitation of kind of just a shine, not
Okay.
bright, but kind of a ready for the day.
I'm
Like
very
he
clean.
looks less like the hobo he normally is, and more like a guard.
Okay.
He doesn't look
Kalen
like a
makes
wild
himself
animal.
Very presentable.
His hair is up, as in a knot. There may or may not be a flower in there somewhere that he's prepared to represent the kingdom properly.
Unlike Kalen, Thury's had a night of terrible dreams. So he kind of starts awake probably around the second horn, covered in sweat. So he washes himself off, does not put on any kind of finery, just puts on traveling pants and a shirt, puts his coat on and his boots, grabs his, makes sure his head's shaved better, and then grabs his glaive and goes.
Okay.
I think Sarah wakes up as the sun rises. She gets out of her meditative trance that she tries to keep. Does her very rigorous and tai chi to calm the body and spirit, and has a hard time waking up Kaz, who has to bury himself in soil in order to sleep, and has a hard time falling asleep with city soil. He notoriously hates it. And yeah, she gets up, she does her routine, polishes her bow reluctantly, but realizes the importance of the day in her position. She also dresses herself in the finery of Eldara. Make sure she has her bow, kind of tucks Kaz in, and heads out.
Great. Netheris, you get the sense that the right around the seventh, like the second horn, right, and you feel this ethereal shake on your chest, like someone has grabbed you by the collar and lifted you up and slammed you back onto your bed.
Xander, stop.
Wake up.
I got enough time. It's fine.
And the pressure subsides.
God, even in death, he bothers me. I get up and get ready to head out.
All right. So, of course, Celeste arrives first, gleaming armor, ready to go. She walks down the thoroughfare, gets to the castle gates. The guard at the gates nods at her. Head on in. I'm just about going to go get ready myself. And he actually is just about ready to leave. You can kind of see that he's like antsy, getting ready to, because he probably has some kind of challenge that he's doing. But he still has to do guard duty until the second horn. Kalen arrives shortly thereafter, and then Thuriz and Seraphina followed, kind of towards the tail end. By the time Netheris shows up, there is not a guard at the front gate. There is a kind of relaxed-looking guy in like leather armor. But it has the symbol of Netheris on it. I'm sorry, of Nicera on it. My apologies. Not you. Nicera on it. Okay. He is carrying a broadsword, and he's got kind of like a very sallow, pale skin, standing there. He kind of looks at you, goes, "Oh, right. Kingsguard, you're late." And he lets you through, and you make it to the through the castle.
Yep.
You guys are know to meet kind of just outside the king's quarters. Okay. So
Good morning, everyone.
Bonjour.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I do hope everyone's evening was relaxed.
It was restful.
I had a great time.
Did you sleep, Matheris?
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. Hopefully you're well rested for today.
Oh, I'm great. They definitely know how to party here in the city.
Incredible.
I would not know.
That they do.
Y'all ready?
So I guess we wait until the king comes out, or
So, as if on cue, the doors are pushed open, and out walks King Alaric Valen. He is about 6 foot tall, human, mid-50s. He's got broad shoulders. He wears a ceremonial sword at his waist. He's wearing what looks like a golden breastplate with the symbol of a 4-pointed crown. He's got on a red cloak that's attached to the breastplate with these 2 large brocades, one on either shoulder. Okay. On his head, he wears the Crown of Concordance. This is the mythical item that he is known to be wearing. Okay. This is a silver crown set with 4 stones, one to represent each of the 4 kingdoms. So ruby for Veilstrom, emerald for Eldara, sapphire for Dravencourt, and onyx for Nethera. My friends, if I may be so bold, though we've only just met, I'm told this is the most comfortable duty a soul could be given, guarding a king in his own streets.
If the king is well loved, then yes, it is.
Yes, sir.
I just give him a bow.
Me too.
Music, laughter, full bellies, hardly the stuff of legends. And yet, it is not comfort that defines a moment, but the people who stand with it. You come from different roads, different banners, and still you were chosen. Not for ease, but for trust. That matters more to me than any wall or crown ever could. So while the city celebrates and all seems well, I would just ask this of you. Keep faith with each other. Even here, especially here. The world has a way of changing its face when we least expect it. For me, I count myself fortunate, not for the safety you bring, but for the company. Shall we set out?
Yes.
I
After you.
suppose we shall.
You can definitely tell that was a rehearsed
Oh, yeah.
thing,
Yes.
right? But he's very proud of himself for having said it, and you can definitely tell that this was reasonably heartfelt. Okay.
Would it
So, go ahead.
would it be appropriate for me to have Frapone with me for this, or no?
You are in a hallway.
Not like for the processional.
Oh, sure. Yeah, Frapone is probably waiting at the castle gates.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
Darius is going to put himself kind of at the front of
Okay.
the procession in front of the
Right.
king.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, let's kind of get a general idea of kind of where everybody is. So Thurs is at the front.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Secret Service style.
Secret Service style. I love it. Okay.
Celeste will be towards the back.
Okay.
I think Sarah will also be towards the front with Rose.
Okay.
I will be at the king's right side.
Great.
I'll probably be on the left side, just hanging a little back, but not too
Perfect.
far.
Okay. I love it. All right.
Does he look like he's like nervous or kind of like, I'm over this kind of thing?
Neither. He actually looks excited. He's happy about the fact that the games are about to happen. Again, this is something that only happens every 5 years. So this is something that has been, and you guys would just kind of know this, that this is something that is probably very looked forward to by most of the kingdoms. And especially in Cindervale, because it's something that, again, this is when they get to choose who gets to join the guard. They get to see what what the best of this of the various countries have to offer. It's a time to show off. It's a time to revel. It's also not often that the other monarchs get together.
Yeah.
So those of you who may have been in Cindervale before or who are close to your monarch would know that they tend to actually have a cloistered meeting towards the end of the festival. So while everything else is going on, this big conclave almost thing happens where the 5 of them get to actually chat for a long period of time, and new accords are struck, new trade agreements, that kind of stuff. Very political nonsense that none of you are probably really interested in, but it happens. Okay, so he seems to be kind of happy. He's again, he doesn't seem to show any kind of concern. He's legitimately happy y'all are here because he, again, is the one who initiated this whole having adventurers act in this capacity to show you all off. Right? Okay. So, you guys are walking down the hall. You turn a corner. You're walking down the hall a little bit farther. And you're just about to get to the end of the hall when suddenly, around and engulfing you emanates a flash of sickly green light. As the light fades, the smell hits you first. Hot iron and something worse, thick and cloying in the back of your throat. A wet, choking sound echoes once and then stops. As your eyes readjust, you see the king's body hangs suspended, feet barely brushing the ground. His back arched at an unnatural angle. A jagged, blackened blade has been driven clean through his chest. The ragged edge extends towards those in the front like a spike holding a banner. Blood runs in slow, heavy streams down the steel, dripping from the tip in a thick, deliberate beats that seem to echo too loudly in this narrow hall. From those from behind, all you see is this thing in it where the king was standing. It's tall, too tall. Its form wrapped in corroded plate that looks fused to whatever rots beneath. The armor is split and warped as if it has been dragged from a battlefield and never repaired, only endured. Faint seams of dull green light leak from the gaps at the joints, pulsing faintly like a dying heartbeat. The gauntleted hand still grips the hilt buried in the king's chest. For a moment, everything is still. Then, with a slow, deliberate grinding motion, it pulls. Steel screams across metal and flesh as the blade tears free. The king's body collapses in a limp, lifeless heap, striking the ground with a sickening finality. Blood splashes across the creature's greaves, already slick with it. The thing turns. Where its face should be, there is only darkness. 2 smoldering points burning within, like coals buried in a grave. A faint, rasping breath escapes it, though no lungs should remain to draw it. It takes a step forward. The temperature in the corridor drops, and then it speaks. A guttural, broken tongue spills from it, harsh and jagged, each syllable clawing its way into the air.
What?
Everybody, please roll for initiative.
100%.
Uh-huh. I got a 9.
I got a 6.
18.
21.
25.
Damn.
Woo!
Yeah, fast boy.
Plus 9, baby.
Nice.
Okay. Great. Give me 2 seconds to put everybody in order here.
Mhm.
And then we will commence with actions. So take a moment to think about what actions you want to take. Okie dokie. All right. Nytheris, you are up first, my friend.
I'm assuming it's like hurting our head, right? Basically, the way it was talking.
This is definitely not a language that any of you are probably familiar with.
That's very fair.
Those who, though, I will give you this because I know that many of you are adventurers and you have been around. If you have ever heard the black speech of the dead or the undead, that is what this sounds like. So this is like a clawing, grating on your ears. This
Great.
is not something that mortals should hear.
No.
Great.
Okay.
Not friendly. God.
Not friendly.
Not fantastic.
Decidedly not friendly.
Do not like. Please go away.
How close is everybody to this man?
Because this is a relatively narrow hallway, it's maybe like 30 feet wide. It's long, right? But it's about 30 feet wide. You are, assuming you're not hugging the wall, you are probably within that 10 to 15 foot range. Okay. Not immediately inside this thing's attack range, as far as you can tell, but not particularly far away.
Okay, like what I'm saying is none of us are like 5 feet away from him.
Not at this particular juncture. You wouldn't have been, not unless you were specifically crowding this man down a hallway. You're probably at least 10 to 15 feet, kind of in that circle
We actually
around.
made a circle around him.
You are actually in a circle around him.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to look up and I'm going to go, "How dare you kill the king?" And I pull out a little miniature cannon and I use conjure cannonball and hit him with it.
Okay. Go ahead and
So,
roll that beautiful bean footage, please.
A cannonball will show up and just blast him, and it has a 5-foot radius. That's why I was asking before.
Okay, that's fine.
So I got 26 to hit.
26 hits. Please go ahead and roll your damage.
Ay. 16.
Okay. All right. And what kind of damage is that?
It is
Bludgeoning, I think.
what?
Bludgeoning, I think.
Yeah, bludgeoning. Yeah.
Okay.
So a giant cannonball will shoot out and hit him and just explode in this hallway.
Cool. All right. So with that, it seems to like take another step forward. The blade lowers itself, its edge dragging, leaving a wet, stuttering line across the floor. Again, louder this time, with more certainty, it yells, "There is, you're up."
Well, I would like to rage. So
Be my guest, please.
So Third just roars at him.
Okay.
Since I'm a wild heart barbarian, I'm activating wolf. So every ally has advantage on attack rolls against an enemy as long as you're within 5 foot of me.
Okay.
And then he's going to. He doesn't even have to move. He has reach with the glaive, so he's going to swing on this guy twice.
Go for it.
First one does a 17 hit.
A 17 does not hit.
Okay. What about 29?
29 does hit.
Okay. So D10 plus 10 plus 2. Oop, I need a D10. He takes 21 slashing. Oh, and because I'm proficient, he actually takes 5 on the miss.
Okay. So plus 5. And then I'm sorry, how much?
21.
21. Great. All right. Excellent. So you slash down on you're slashing up and then slashing down, I'm assuming? Is that kind of what you're thinking?
So the first attack would have been a spear attack, kind of thrusting at him. So probably just that's why he takes the 5, because I get that with that. And then when that doesn't happen, he just swings. He just baseball swings it.
Love it. Okay, so you go in, you just jab at him. You kind of catch in this like area in the side of his chest, and then you come back around with the other side and just get a nice clean slice across his front. Okay. Yep. This thing kind of roars again with that. Okay. Celeste.
Celeste will immediately go to the side of her king, and I will pump all 50 points of my lay on hands healing pool into him.
Okay. All right. So as your hands start to light and you press them against the corpse, they seem to flicker. Okay.
Oh, this is not good. This is very
it does not. You're unsure if it's actually taking.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. The creature, since Thur is directly in its face, and it is going to make its first attack. It pulls its blade up and takes a swing. Okay. Okay. That is a please hold. Does a 19 hit?
A 19 does not hit.
Okay. It takes its second swing. Ooh, nat 20.
Ooh.
Well,
I'm glad I'm raging.
Yes, rage.
There. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and let me just see if the third one hits, and then we'll resolve any ton of damage. That one almost definitely misses. So that second one, he swings down, and you kind of it clinks off of your armor, but its upward motion, its slash kind of catches you really well, and then the third one goes wild. All right, and bear with me for just a second. My d8s. There it is. All right, so that is 9 slashing damage. I'm sorry, 14. 14 slashing damage.
So 7. Okay.
And then 6 radiant damage.
So 7, 8. So a total of 10.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Seraphina, it is your turn.
Okay. I am going to cast Spellfire Flare, level 1
Okay.
Spellfire Flare. Let's see first if that does it. Is it 8 plus 15?
8 plus 15. What is
No. 8 plus 7. I'm sorry.
And that is your
To hit.
okay.
15.
8. So 15. 15
Yeah.
does not hit.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I cast haste on someone then as like a bonus action?
Is haste a bonus actions?
I don't know.
Is haste a bonus action spell is the question.
I'm
There
checking. 1 second.
No problem.
Never mind. It's not.
That's okay. No worries.
Okay. Well, then I guess that's my turn.
Okay.
Oh, how far am I from the king? Are we all within, like you said, 10 feet?
Yeah, within about 10 to 15 feet. You kind of we're all in like a rough circle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So if there is something still that you'd like to do, you absolutely are within range to move or do something. Absolutely.
No, I can't really do anything.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what you can do is you can definitely describe the magic that you wield. Okay.
What do you mean, like?
So obviously you did something to him, or you tried, right? Describe it for me.
Oh, right. Sarah was initially kind of nervous to cast spells so quickly, but she just kind of instinctively just tries to throw sort of a fiery blast from the palm of her hand like this.
Great. So that fiery blast goes off, but in the kind of the unexpectedness of this all and this gruesome sight in front of you, this bolt of fire veers off and hits a nearby wall. That being said, was that a cantrip or was that a?
That was a first level spell.
First level spell. All right. Please roll me a d20.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
That's a 7.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Yes.
That's fine.
Everything is fine.
Wild magic.
Oh,
Yay!
I hope you all didn't forget.
Just remember.
All right.
Oh, no.
And wrapping up our first round, Kaylin, go ahead.
2 questions. First question, what are the odds that Kalen would be holding a diamond or have a diamond in it on his person?
Roll a D100.
D100.
Roll a percentile for me, please.
D100. Let's roll, baby. 54.
Probably unlikely. You may own one, but it was probably not in the kit that you carried with you today.
Fair. Second question. Would I have been able to notice with a passive perception of 19 the issue with the magic?
The fact that she was what
When
issue are you
Celeste-
looking for?
When Celeste ran over and was trying to heal, however, it didn't quite click or dive in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel comfortable with you guys acknowledging the fact that there was clearly an issue when she tried to cast lay on hands. Okay.
So with that, I will turn to Celeste. Actually not looking at Celeste, but looking at the monster, and say to Celeste that she's trapped outside. Say to Celeste, can you handle the king?
I don't think there's much left here.
Then there's only one thing I can do. I will take the staff and I will cast hold. It's called hold. I will cast hold monster. It's hold monster or hold. It is hold monster. It is hold monster. I will cast hold monster.
Okay.
On the creature.
Sure.
It is going to be at 5th level.
Okay.
And actually, how do hit?
How do hit? I'm
How
looking that
do
up as well.
hit?
Give me 2 seconds.
Hold monster. Wisdom 17 saving throw on his part. Its part.
Okay. Give me 2 seconds. I just want to double check something really quick. Okay, yes, wisdom saving throw. Okay, perfect. All right, so let me go ahead and make that roll for us here. Bear with me for just 2 seconds. All right, it does not. It seems to describe your magic. How does your hold monster?
Well, I'm holding this staff, and I look towards the monster, and because it's cast through the staff itself. It is not inherent to me.
Okay.
I will envision the grappling, the air around it solidifying and holding it still.
Awesome. I love it. Okay. All right. So as this solidified, almost like a cloud of air wraps around the creature, it again screams out, "Cauvage." Okay, but it does seem to be holding itself there and is unable to, it does not seem to be able to move. Okay. Netheris.
I will just summon, and at that point, I'll yell, "Ammo, come to me!"
Okay. In a primal howl, it seems as though kind of coalescing from the air is this giant wolf with its hair immediately bristling at the sight of this creature. Okay. All right, Netheris.
How large is the creature? Is he large? Is he normal size?
He is a larger size. He is larger than the king was, but he is not quite as tall as Celeste and Thoriz are.
Okay, but he's not a large.
He is not a large creature. No, he is. He is on the upper side of medium, much like the rest of you.
Gotcha. All right, so I'm going to pull out my water heart, my item.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to strum it, and as I strum it, my visage will show up. My brother, right? My spirit companion.
Yep.
And I'm gonna thrum it and cast watery sphere on the creature.
Great.
So what is you have to make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
DC 17.
Okay. So hold on just 2 seconds because I want to see, because right now
it's paralyzed.
It is already paralyzed, and therefore this watery sphere, I don't know if he's actually going to be able to make that check or if he has to do it at disadvantage or something. So watery sphere. Let me just take a look real quick. Bear with me for just 2 seconds while I take a look here. All right. Okay, we're going to say that because it's already restrained, we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to roll it at disadvantage. He's probably not going to pass anyway, so let's find out. Yeah, no, he definitely does not pass either way.
Drown.
So the air coalescing around him seems to still like turn into this like almost like concrete bubbles as this sphere of water wraps around it and starts to kind of solidify into this writhing mass of water that is floating now above the ground, holding this creature in place.
Yep. So he's restrained until it ends, and I can move it anywhere I want.
Right. Okay. Bear with me for just a second. Okay. Give me All right. And I just need to make one other test here really quick. Okay. Got it. All right.
If anybody is my friend, they get +5. They get +4 to any saves. They're near me. In case that matters. In case people are making saves.
All right.
You know, from dying or whatever. Just, you know.
Don't die.
Just in case.
Die.
Thoriz, your adversary is now encased in bubbles and water. What are you going to do?
So he's paralyzed, right?
He is paralyzed and restrained.
Okay, so that basically means that attacks against him are made at advantage.
Correct.
And if I hit, it's an automatic crit.
Correct.
Oh,
So I'm going to swing on him twice. The first attack is going to be just a downward slashing across his chest, and then he's going to stab again.
Okay.
First attack. I'm assuming a 22 hits.
100%.
Okay, we're just going to go ahead and roll the second attack.
Okay.
I crit. I rolled a 19.
Okay.
Perfect.
So it would have been a crit anyway. So that's a D10 plus 10. How do you want to do crits? Is it just double damage or is it roll double the dice?
So the way we are going to handle crits is, I think, kind of fun. which is you're going to roll your normal damage
Okay.
and then add your full dice.
Like the highest possible amount you can get on a crit.
Highest possible
Mm.
of your dice plus a roll.
Okay.
That's incredible.
Nice.
Okay.
Maximum damage.
Potentially maximum damage, but what this does is it means if you don't roll great, it's not feel bad, I didn't roll very well. So you have at least a minimum of the full set of dice is hitting this thing plus.
Man,
Boy.
smites are gonna rule.
Hmm. Oh, the smiting
Critting
will
on
be
a
good.
cannonball will be really sick.
So
Just remember, it goes both ways. I'm just
the
saying.
first hit is 41.
41.
What could go wrong?
Okay.
That's true.
And that's going to be max damage. So that's 10, 20, 22, 44.
Right.
Okay.
Action surge.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, round two. Twice.
Okay.
Paste, 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 paste.
Burn it down.
What do we get?
The melee of the melee of the melee.
17 plus 12. That's what, 7, 8,
Well,
9,
Six.
that'll do it.
29.
Yeah.
29?
That is fine red mist, sir. Go ahead.
Mush.
And then another, the fourth attack is going to be 29 to hit.
You missed.
Yep.
Not
No.
25, I'm sorry. All right. So he's still
That's the
paralyzed, so these
miss.
are 2 more crits.
You're
Yes.
like, but sir.
Damn.
I move him out of the way.
The first one's another 44.
Ooh.
The latter one's not as great. That's 22 plus 12 plus 2, so
36.
36.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
Well done, sir.
I crit.
All right, so-
Bonus action attack.
Do you want to describe
What?
your last set of round of attacks?
Yeah, one moment. I actually, because it was considered a crit, I have a feat that allows me to attack again as a bonus action whenever I crit.
Okay.
Might as well.
He is doing stuff.
That's only a 23 to hit.
I mean,
Well, only.
only.
Yeah.
But it's a crit.
And that's another 44. So basically what happens is Thuris becomes, have you ever played World of Warcraft and seen the warrior when he goes into
Whirlwind.
with execute? So Thuris basically becomes a flash of blades and fury as he stabs and swings and stabs and swings and just pushes his glaive ever farther into this undead thing.
Okay. So
Nice.
as that final strike hits
I know what's
true,
about to happen, and I'm going to be very sad.
Yep.
the creature
Yep.
staggers.
Inside the bubble.
Inside the bubble, it like convulses, and it like creates this like guttural like inside the
No.
water, and then suddenly you hear this strange sound that makes no sense. It's a sharp metallic clatter. Something small, out of place, strikes the stone from out of the water and skids free from the collapsing form.
No.
It's a crown.
Yep.
It spins once, twice, and then settles. The instant it comes to rest, the illusion shatters.
Yep.
The towering horror vanishes like smoke in a gale, and in its place, the king, crumpled, broken, and still inside this watery prison. You can see the blood kind of pooling into the water. You see the same wounds, the same strikes, the same final blow. The silence crashes down over the corridor, heavy and absolute.
Oh,
You have
Fuck.
Thuris has a full-blown PTSD breakdown.
Before you know it, the corridor is absolutely overrun with guards coming from every direction as a wave of energy crashes down on the party. Anybody who wishes to, who is not too distraught, can make a perception check.
Yeah, I'm going to choose to fail it.
Fair.
I will.
Yeah. At this moment, Kalen falls to his knees, screaming. Is the bubble still? The bubble is still there, isn't it? Because he didn't stop. Stop the
bubble's
spell!
still there.
Stop the spell! And he just, if the spell stops, he tries to cast Spare the Dying. He just keeps, like, for lack of the word, for lack of a better, it's just, you see his hands reach out and he just keeps casting it repeatedly until he's crushed by the weight of whatever spell is hitting him.
So as soon as you go to cast that next spell, you literally watch the magic come out of your hand and then slap back in as though something has locked it out.
Bums.
Counterspell.
Like, still, like, he just, until he whatever
Just
happens.
keep dying.
Just,
It's only a
he
moment.
He can't die. Like, just screaming, no.
For that perception, by the way, I got 23.
I got a 20 as well in perception.
I got a 14.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm focused completely on
Not even trying.
casting, not even trying to percept anything.
If it
Just
matters.
cast.
If it matters, I stopped the watery sphere.
Okay.
Sure.
The air bubble thing?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So Celeste then and Nytheris, you guys, you get, just as your eyes start to, like, glaze over, you see a tall, thin figure dressed in a red robe and a gold mask turn away and disappear before your consciousness fades.
Flawless.
The world slams back into focus. The rope at your throat, the scaffold between your feet. The low, restless murmur of a crowd that wants this done. Before you stands the king's eldest son, Crown Prince Darius Valen, armor gleaming but eyes hollowed by grief. One hand rests on the hilt of his blade, gripping it hard enough that his knuckles pale beneath the steel. As you look on behind him and around for the first time now in the present, who do your eyes naturally seek out?
My king.
Your king. Kalen, the king of Eldara, stands behind him dressed in full mourning regalia, and he just looks heartbroken at what's going on.
Is the prince there?
The prince is there, and he is, like, tucked under, like, the cloak that the king wears. His face is shielded. Seraphina, who do your eyes immediately go to search for?
Sarah is looking to see if her father ended up coming with everything, her father or her sister. She's frantically looking through the crowd. She tries to see, I think Kaz was absolutely inconsolable, and she sees Kaz being held back, and she hears the whispers and voices in her head, but all she could think about is possibly seeing a glimpse of her father, I think.
So as you look around, the first thing you realize, number one, Kaz isn't with you. Yeah. And you look through the crowd, you scan the crowd, and you don't see a soul that you recognize.
Yeah, that.
Celeste,
Yeah.
who do you look for?
Celeste looks to the north in the direction of home. There is no one in this town that she knows or cares about at this point. In the background chatter of her mind, there is an argument happening with Frippone. And he's like, you can get out of this. Like, there's definitely, and she's like, you weren't there. You don't know. We failed. Like, there's this moment of like resignation being like, I'm sorry, you're going to be gone too, but we deserve this. She is resigned to her fate and hopes that someone will bring her bones to the mountain. Yeah.
Okay. Natharis?
If anything, I'd probably be looking out first to see if I see anyone that resembles the figure in the red robe with gold mask.
Okay.
And then, if depending on whatever, it would be the captain, if anything.
Okay. So you scan the room and you scan this giant throng. You are literally surrounded by these faces, kind of all staring in mixtures of grief and anger. And you do not see this hooded, robed figure with the mask. But you do see the captain. He is standing next to the what you can only imagine is probably the archdruid. And he's just kind of like hands crossed, like,
I'll shut out. This is bullshit. We got tricked.
okay. Thuriz?
He locks eyes with the eldest prince.
Okay.
And that's it. Just stares
Okay.
at him.
I'm going to attempt to I don't know what's going to happen.
Mhm.
I'm going to attempt to send a message to the king.
Okay.
And if the message is going to be, we didn't do this. This is dishonorable. And I apologize for what comes next. And I'm going to scream Amarok's full name. Like, I'm actually going to scream Amarok's entire the dire soul and scream that Kalen's going to say, Amarok, the dire soul, I beg of you, fix this injustice. This isn't real. And just like scream for his aid.
Okay.
I'm just screaming obscenities until something.
Sure. Okay. So as you scream this out, all of the emotion is kind of reverberated for a moment, and you just hear the voice. This voice cuts clean through the noise. You were trusted, he says. This is the voice is Crown Prince Darius. You were chosen to stand at his side to keep him safe. His jaw tightens, and instead, you were the last thing he saw. A ripple roos through the crowd. By the authority of the crown, you are condemned for regicide and treason. You will hang until dead. Everybody go ahead and make me one more perception check.
Nat 20.
Okay.
9.
Okay.
Hot 7.
Hot 7.
You know what sucks is that my natural perception is a 19 and I keep rolling up below 10. I rolled a 7. My natural perception is a 19. Like I can just hang out and I'm a 19.
Okay. Well, luckily this was very easy to see, so you all actually get this, because his words are saying, and just as he says this, the younger prince, Prince Kale, who you may not have necessarily even thought to look at or for, his face is like a contortion of consternation about everything, and he turns his back as he says, "You will hang until dead." And as Prince Darius's hand lifts to give the signal, suddenly darkness, and not shadow, not absence of light, something heavier erupts outward, swallowing the scaffold, the crowd, the sky, snuffing the world out in a single suffocating breath. Sound dies with it. The roar of the crowd cuts off mid-cry, leaving only a hollow, ringing silence. The rope at your neck tightens just a bit and then suddenly goes slack. And then you feel it fall onto your shoulder as a sharp snap of tension released. Before you can react, a voice, close, calm, measured. "This is going to be a little uncomfortable." Hands unseen grip your shoulders, your arms, your very being, not flesh, not quite. The world lurches. Your stomach drops out from under you as space itself seems to twist, folding, collapsing inward. Pressure builds behind your eyes, in your chest, in your bones, like you're being forced through something far too small to contain you. Suddenly, sound returns all at once in a violent rush. A crack of splitting stone, a roar like rushing wind, and then impact. Not hard, but cold. Stone. You're no longer standing. The air is damp, stale, close. Darkness still clings here, but it's natural somehow. Heavy, earthen, real. The faint drip of water echoes somewhere in the distance, and the smell, dust, decay, ancient earth. Catacombs. That same voice comes again, somewhere nearby, still calm, still controlled. "You're alive. That will have to be enough for now." A pause and then quieter. "We don't have much time." Join us next time on The Broken Crown. Learn more about the Kingdom of Avaris at t20tavern.com/brokencrown.